Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. Let's talk about the stock market. What a day. Oh my goodness, look at this massive red candlestick we had right here. That was a 135 point range day in the S&P 500 futures. Just a massive day. I'm going to briefly talk about where I think the market's going. I'll show you my trade for today, and I'll give an update on the website, the membership website. So hang around for all that. So just briefly, where do I think the market's going? Well, this is 12 or December 28th right here, I think, if I remember right. Okay. And I believe we're heading down into that. I think we're heading down this way. There's a chance we'll break below this 50-day moving average. There is another cycle that's interlaced in here, right smack dab in the middle. So gotta be a little bit careful here. There's a possible of a little bounce and then down, but probably not. More than likely, it's going to come down into late December, okay? And then I've been talking about this for a while, but week of February 5th, to me, guys and gals, still looks like a huge decline into the week of February 5th over here, okay? So that's just my quick look at this and where I think things are headed, all right? The reason I say that, let's talk quickly why I think that's happening. Well, first of all, you can see that this got rejected right off the upper trend line. Yeah, it had that really tall candlestick wick at the top there. It's kind of hard to see because it's right next to this. Basically, there's a big wick right here. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. It's not a true reflection of the market. I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything, but it's not a true reflection. This right here, this candlestick got rejected right on the upper trend line. Okay, this is some shenanigans. Okay, we can call that market manipulation right there. That's what that is. Of course, the markets are manipulated today, as most of us realize. But in any case, this was some heavy manipulation. Back on, let's see, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Okay, but don't sweat it, because nothing was going to change this big red day coming. This was just to scare some people out. Also, there could have been some dark money going on there, but we're not going to get into that day. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. All right. So the fact that we had this candlestick come up and get rejected off the upper trend line was pretty big, right? On, let's see, Wednesday, I think that was Wednesday. Yeah, because today's Thursday. Yeah, that was Wednesday. So that's one thing I looked at. The other thing is I noticed that the quick indicators were moving down. See how they're just moving down? They had a little bounce right here, but they didn't survive. They just couldn't survive. Okay. The MACD rolled over here like last week. It tried to cross back over, but failed. And this is very typical. We see this a lot. After a rollover, you'll get a bounce, and then it gets rejected. Very common when the MACD's high like this. Now, this MACD wasn't really super high, so I was a little bit cautious, but it was high enough, and sure enough, it rolled over, got rejected right there, and then we had this big, huge red candlestick. So those are things I look at. I look at when the MACD rolls over at elevated position, when it gets pretty elevated, which in this case, it wasn't huge, but it was hanging around up here. Let's see, when was this peak? Was right here at about back on December 2nd. And the peak there in the MACD was like 61, almost 62. That's not very high, but it did roll over, so I took notice of that. And look at the universe. Look at this indicator, my own indicator here. We're looking at this indicator right here. Look at this thing. To the moon, baby. To the moon. That doesn't mean the prices are going to go to the moon. Okay, I understand. This indicator is something I pay close attention to, along with the certainty rate. Both of these are big indicators that I've created that I pay attention to, in addition to what I already talked about. Okay, but when this spiked up like this in this area right here, and I saw prices were going this way, I knew this is, by the way, is a predictive indicator. So it's forecasting the future. It's not reflecting currently what's happening. It's a little bit ahead of the market. Okay, and it was forecasting inverse. So this is going up, it's forecasting the inverse, and sure enough, it came. Price went down. Okay, we also had a nice, really nice spike the night before that big red candlestick. See that? Nice spike right there. So perfect. I mean, all the data just lined up, right? We hit the upper trend line at the top. Okay, the short-term indicators basically were failing, right? They tried to make a move, they failed. The MACD tried to cross over but couldn't, right? Tried to cross over but couldn't do it. Universe is going up, and we get a spike in the certainty rate. Okay, there's a lot going on here, a lot, right? So I knew there was really, plus we came into quad witching, which is tomorrow, which is this new candlestick right here. Quad witching, if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. That's basically a whole lot of contracts are expiring tomorrow. That happens 4 times a year. So everything was lining up for a big down day, maybe a few big down days. Okay, and sure enough, we got it today. It was a massive down day. Okay, I already talked about where I think things are headed. I think we're going to still decline, though you do need to be a little bit cautious, but I do think we're going to continue to decline. Today I was looking at 39.14, which is that candlestick right there at the bottom of this candlestick, as kind of a natural recent support point. And it did get below it today, not by much, but it got down to 39.08. So that kind of acted like support, that candlestick right there. Okay, the next support would be the 50-day moving average. Right now it's at 38.76. So, 38.80, 38.90 could be the next support. But basically right now it's really very close, fairly close anyway, to the 50-day moving average. So we got to respect that. Will it go below it, or will it just ride on it and bounce along? So we're waiting to see, will it pierce below this 50-day moving average? I think it will eventually. It's just a question of whether or not it doesn't now and between the end of the year, the 4th week of December, which is really just, less than 2 weeks away, right, guys? So we're going to wait to see what that does. That's my take on that. So let's take a look at my position today. I'm going to talk about everything I just talked about, and how did I leverage it and take advantage of it, okay? Okay, here we are. This is a screenshot of what I took today. You can see up here it says, hopefully you can see this, December 15th, so the same day. That big red candlestick right there. Okay, I opened the position. Well, first let's talk about back here. I took a position back here. It was one micro contract, just like the one I'm on now, the E-micros. Okay, and it was aggressive. You can see at that point over here, the short-term indicators were basically bottoming. And I was looking at the MACD and said, yeah, great, it crossed over. I'm feeling confident. This is going up. And I thought there was a chance that the market would continue down, but it didn't. So I lost. That's right. I'm going to talk about it because most people don't talk about their losses. They all want to pretend like they're heroes and they never get anything wrong. I lost about $450 in these 2-3 days right here. Okay? Because I was aggressive, which I'm okay with aggressive. That's why I only took one little contract, a -1 short. It didn't work out. I cut the position loose, lost $450. Okay? Now I just want to touch on this for a second. This is where a lot of people get very emotional. They lost $450, they lost $100, they lost $1,000, whatever it is. And they get emotional and they don't trade for a while. They're upset, they're distraught. You can't allow money to do that to you guys and gals. You can't do that. And why? Because look at over here. Today I made $1,900. So I've netted about not quite $1,500 between there and there. Plus I made another $1,800 right there. 2 days trading down. So think about it. I made $1,800. Let's go over this together, right? This is real. This is how it's done in the real world, guys. This is real trading. I made $1,800 in 3 days down there. It was actually 2 days. Okay. Then I lost $450. I don't do this, by the way. I don't really go through this exercise and punish myself because I'm way past that kind of trading. I don't do this mental exercise. I just move on to the next trade. Okay, so it was $1,800 there. It was a $450 loss there, and then I picked up today, as you can see, $1,903. Now you tell me, over the period of like about 2 weeks here, would you take this? 1,800, 1,900 and negative 450, would you take it? I bet most people are shaking their head. Yeah, I'd take it. Of course you'd take it. Right? 1,000, 2,000. What was that? 3,700. Okay. Minus the 450. So let's just call it 37 minus 4 is what? 33. Call it 3,200. Somewhere in that area, right? So don't sweat it. I'm over $3,000 up in profit over a period of 2 weeks. Okay. And I've talked about this before. If this is all the money you made this year in 2022, if you were positive $3,000 for the whole year, would you be happy? Now, I have members, which by the way, I have a membership. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I have some members there, they have really small accounts. I have some other members, they have huge accounts. While I'm making $3,000, they're making $30,000. Okay, because they've shared some of their trades. They're making 10 times what I'm making. So all kinds of people are using the membership service I provide. Okay, which by the way, if you want to join that, you can. For now, at least for now, for a little while longer, the membership can be joined on YouTube. But I'm going to move all of it over to the new website, and I'll talk about that here at the end of this video. Okay, and I'll show you a little bit where I'm at on the website. But it's $5.99. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, and then after you're done subscribing, you can click the join button that's below this video, and you can join for $5.99. That is super cheap. I call it the cheapy subscription. It's cheapy membership. Okay. And later, once the website's up and running, all the members will be moved over to there, and they can still get the cheapy $5.99 membership, but also I'm going to provide some product that they can download, okay, for how to automatically come up with cycles and some really cool software that's going to help the members make some really great trades, okay? All right, anyway, back to the video. So a lot of people get distraught. Oh, I lost 450. I'm not going to trade ever again. Of course, they come back a few weeks later, a few days later, a month later, and they try again, right? You got to get past the point of not getting upset about losses, okay? Because I know that eventually, if you stick with it, you should become a really mature and good trader. And every trader, even mature traders, I've been doing this for decades, is still going to have to deal with some losses. It's part of trading. Get over it. Move on. Get better at it. Okay, and my membership provides a service that helps people get better at trading. Okay, every individual trader has to take the journey to become a mature trader. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you it straight up like it is. First of all, I showed everybody a loss, which almost nobody that I've seen on YouTube ever talked about their losses because they're all cowards. They want to make everybody believe that they always get every trade 100% right, and my service is the best. You'll always make $1 billion, and you'll never have any losses. They don't say it, but they imply it, right? But here, on my service, I talk about real world. Okay, I've been doing this, like I said, a long time. I'm willing to tell people the truth, because that's the real truth when you trade. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have to deal with it. You emotionally have to figure out how to deal with that. Okay. So anyway, I took the 450 loss, but net wise over the last about 2 weeks, things have been great. Okay. So there's my profit in one day. I took the position last night, and I think it was one contract. It was late last night, so the price was way up here, and I was up kind of late, and I added to the position. I think I went -3, meaning I shorted 3. And then when I was up this morning doing some other stuff, I saw the market was absolutely steaming, and I added one more to it. So I traded. You can see over here it says 4. I had a total of 4. 4 short, and at some point when it was near the bottom, because like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and I saw the range was about 115 at that time. Here it says 121 total range for the day. The range at the time I closed my position was about 115. Guys, when you start doing this a long time, you start getting a feel for what the range of the day is going to be. You have it. It's hard to explain, okay? But you start to get a feel for, okay, the range is beginning to lose momentum. And you just close the position, and that's it. You don't worry about it, okay? Those are things you'll learn as you become more and more mature trader. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps you out in understanding, how I was able to make $1,900, and really in about 15 hours. Now, do I do that every day? No way. I'm more of a swing trader. Because I know my own type of personality, plus I'm busy. I still work a day job. Okay, I'm a swing trader, meaning I don't trade a lot of intraday. I don't. My goal is not to get caught up in the wing, 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 whoa, wee, 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 wee. Everybody going nuts during the day. It's crazy. I don't have to worry about it. I just swing trade these massive opportunities and make money. My account size is probably bigger than a lot of people's account size, but then again, it's probably a lot smaller than other people. Like some of my members that are making 30K on these kind of trades while I'm making 3K, well, it's probably because their account's pretty big. Okay, bigger than mine. And that's great. So you have to, those are things you're going to learn as you get better at trading. You take positions that are appropriate for your account size. This all or nothing kind of trades that people do. I used to do that a long time ago. That's crazy. I don't do that stuff anymore. That's not the way to trade. That's horrible trading. So anyway, I take advantage of swing trades. That's my thing. I take advantage of big movements, okay? Especially in bear markets, I'm trading short. All right? Okay, I'm going to switch over to an app just real quick, show you guys something for some of you that haven't seen the app, and then I'll finish up this video with what's going on with the website for the members, okay? Okay, this is just a screenshot, a snapshot of the app. I've already gone over this app and demoed this app. There's a little bit more work to do. But I just want, for those that haven't seen this is an desktop application I created, which once the website's up, and I'll show you the website here in a moment, members can download this app if they want to. Okay, everybody still has an opportunity to register on the new website. There'll still be the cheapy $5.99 membership. I'm going to keep it at $5.99. I said I was going to increase it, but you know what? I'm just going to keep it $5.99 so everybody can join. That's as cheap as it gets, guys. That's like a bag of cookies. Okay. All right. In some places, that's about cheaper than a gallon of gas. Okay. So I'll still have the cheapy membership. For additional money, if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, you can download this app. Okay. It'll work with, and initially it's going to work with Windows operating systems. So it's not going to work on Mac. It won't work on iPhones, and it's not going to work on Androids or smartphones. Initially, it's just going to be desktop and laptops, okay? And then maybe later on, I'll get into, if possible, make the app available for Android. But initially, it's just going to be desktop and laptop that are running Windows, okay? And for those that haven't seen this app, some of you have, some of you haven't. But this application, you can see all the features here. Begin date, end date. You pick your symbol over here. Let me get black. Okay. You click display, it brings up the candlesticks. Okay, you click find best cycles. You can see right here what it did. It created this cycle. Well, okay, actually, sorry. When you click find best cycles, what it does is it generates this data inside this grid over here. Okay, and then you get to go along and you highlight one of the rows on the grid. You just pick any one you want. Click with your mouse. In this case, I clicked on this one. And then what it does is it draws the cycles, okay? Let me get yellow. It draws the cycles you're seeing here, right? Just keeps drawing them all the way across the chart, okay? So what you have is automatic cycle analysis going on. You can try different cycles. This software is picking what it thinks are dates that have potential cycles to look at. For those that don't know what cycle analysis is, basically we're looking at where we think price declines are going to happen. Into there, down into there. Okay, that one's not so good because this cycle probably wasn't the best cycle to look at. That's actually not bad, believe it or not. We'll talk about that at a different time. Down into that one. Okay, this one's a little bit running a little late. This one's really good. Right into here. That's right into there. A little small cycle right there. Okay. So we use this is a predictive type of analysis. It predicts what's going to happen in the market in the future. That's the goal, okay? In other words, we'd see another cycle. I'll do it in yellow. It's going to be over here like this, okay? And we can predict where we think the market's going to be, and a low point in the market's going to be over here, okay? That's how we do it. All right? So this is the type of software that I use to make that trade I just talked about. The $1,900 profitable trade, this software helped me do it. Now, it wasn't the only thing I used, because I already talked about all the different things I looked at, all the different indicators that helped me make that trade, okay? There are a lot of things going in my favor for a very high rate of success to make a lot of money on that trade yesterday. A lot of things lined up, okay? But in addition to that, this this software that we have in front of you helped me make that trade, okay? So that'll be available to members if they want to download it. There'll be a login, okay? There's going to be a login on this app. When you first load it, you'll get a login. You know, you'll provide your login and your password. You're going to get a two-factor. You'll get an email basically, which is called 2FA. But you'll get an email. You click on you open up the email. There's going to be probably going to be a code in there. You come back to this app and you put in the code and you click it. Okay. You click login. There'll be a button right there. You click it. You're in. Then this will show up. This whole rest of this chart will open. You can start using it. Okay. So that's the goal. All right. Let me finish up the video. I'll show you the website and then we'll be done with the video. Okay. Okay. So here we're at. There's not much to show yet because I'm still working on this, but you can see that I've got at least a website up, gettischarts.com. Remember that. Bookmark that, okay? So I'm still working on this. All right. And right now I've worked on registration. So you're going to be able to register and then eventually be able to log in. All right. And yeah, this site is live right now, but you know, if you click that, you can come and register. But I don't recommend you register right now. It's not going to hurt anything if you all want to register, but those accounts are going to get wiped out, okay? Probably going to get wiped out. And I'll announce the official, release of this website. And then people can come in and start registering, okay? You can register for free. You don't got to pay you don't have to pay to register, okay? You can just come and register, but not yet. If you come and register right now, you're not going to get very far. It will enter your information into my database, but you're not going to get an email and all that because I don't have all those pieces put together yet, all right? But it's not going to hurt anything if you want to come and register. Just realize that you may have to come back later and do it again. So this is just where I'm at. I'm just showing you guys progress is being made, right? So this is pretty cool. Free registration. You'll be able to log in, and then we'll start talking about moving the membership over to this website for the members, and for new people that want to join, of course, you can join as well. Okay, there'll be a way to pay for that membership on there, and then there'll be a way to pay for downloadable products like the charting software I just showed you. Okay. All right, so that's the latest and greatest on the website. It's coming along. I'm working my day job, probably like a lot of you are out there. So when I get time to work on the website, I will. All right. I hope everybody had a really awesome trading day because I know I did. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome today. Made as we say, I made bank today. It was really nice. I'm super grateful. I give God thanks for the opportunity to trade and do that, but also to help people out and provide a membership that I think is extremely inexpensive. It's one of the cheapest memberships out there. People charge a lot of money for stuff, a lot of crazy money. So I prefer to keep, for now, the membership low and attract a lot of members so a lot of people can benefit. All right, everybody. If I don't put out a video between now and Christmas, though I probably will, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. God bless all of you. Love one another. Forgive one another. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.